Imagine for a moment that you have the power to choose exactly how to spend every second of your day. It might seem like a distant dream, but that is the true essence of freedom. Freedom is not just about coming and going, it's not just about doing whatever you want on a weekend. True freedom is waking up every morning with the certainty that you control your time, your choices, and, above all, your future. Now, here's the part that might surprise you. That freedom starts in your mind and is achieved through financial independence. Without it, you are always tied to something, whether it's work, bills, or even the fear of not having enough. Now, let's dive into the first essential point to achieving that freedom. But before we begin, if you've made it this far, leave a comment saying financial freedom so I know you're committed to your success and life change. Let's go. Freedom is what we all seek, right? But what does it really mean to be free? It's much more than just doing whatever you want. True freedom starts within you, in your mind. Think about it. How many times have you wanted to do something but felt like you couldn't? Maybe because you were too busy or too worried about the bills you need to pay. The truth is, to do what you want, when you want, with whomever you want, you need something very important: financial autonomy. Financial autonomy is what allows you to take control of your life. Think about it. Without money, even the simplest things become complicated. If you want to go out to dinner, you need money. If you want to travel, you need money. If you want to change careers, start a business, or even take some time off to rest, money is what gives you that option. Without it, your choices are limited and the feeling of freedom begins to fade. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that money is the most important thing in life, but it is an essential tool for creating the life you want. And if you don't have control over that tool, you will always feel tied to something. When you gain financial autonomy, you stop living just to pay the bills and start living to achieve your dreams, to explore your passions, to enjoy your time in the way you really want. That's what I want you to understand. True freedom depends on how you manage your finances, because without that, you will always be a prisoner of your circumstances. So, as we've seen, true freedom begins in the mind and manifests through financial autonomy. But let's be honest, how many people do you know who work hard every day just to pay bills and survive? Maybe that's even your reality right now. And you know what's interesting? Sometimes we're so focused on the day-to-day, so busy making sure we have the basics, food, shelter, transportation, that we don't realize how much this can trap us. Now think with me, in the past, slaves worked to secure food, shelter, and clothing. And today, what are we working for? If the answer is just to secure the basics, then we need to rethink what we're doing. If you're working just to eat, pay rent or bills, and you're still getting into debt to keep this cycle going, I'm sorry to say, but that's a modern form of slavery. But hold on, the good news is that this can change. I'm not here to tell you that you need to accept this reality. Quite the opposite. I'm here to show you that you can break free. But to do that, you need to start seeing beyond the obvious. You need to stop focusing only on what's right in front of you, the monthly bills, the debts, and start seeing the bigger picture, your long-term financial freedom. Remember when we talked about financial autonomy? It's the key to breaking free from this routine that often feels inescapable. And what's missing to achieve this autonomy? In many cases, what's missing is a purpose. When you don't have a bigger purpose, a dream that motivates you, you end up falling into the cycle of just working to pay bills. And the problem with that is that you never feel like you're progressing, that you're achieving something beyond the basics. This is where many people get lost. Without a purpose, the routine becomes a prison. You wake up, work, pay bills, and at the end of the month, you're back at square one. Financial freedom only starts to make sense when you have something bigger to fight for. When you start to think, okay, I need to pay the bills, but what do I really want to achieve in my life? So, as you begin to think about what it means to be truly free, I challenge you to ask yourself, what is your purpose? What motivates you beyond the basics? Because that's where the key to financial freedom begins to appear. Now that we've talked about purpose, it's important to understand how it connects directly to the path to financial freedom. Purpose without action is like a car without fuel. You know where you want to go, but you never move. And here's where the next step comes in: diversifying your sources of income. If you're still relying on just one source of income, you're walking on a tightrope. And what happens if that rope breaks? Let's think about what we call primary income. This is the income that most of us have, the one that comes from our daily work, from our profession. You might be a doctor, a dentist, an engineer, or maybe you work in an office or have your own business. This is the money you earn directly from your effort, from the time you dedicate. But here's the important point. If you rely solely on this income, you are vulnerable. What happens if, for some reason, you can no longer work? Or if the market changes and your profession is no longer as profitable? This is why you need to start thinking about extra income. This extra income can come in many forms, and this is where you start expanding your options and taking the first real steps toward financial autonomy. Today, with the internet, there are countless ways to generate extra income. You can dive into digital marketing, work with multi-level marketing, write a book, or even offer your knowledge through online courses. The key is to diversify. Having more than one source of income protects you and brings you closer to financial freedom. But of course, that's not all. The cherry on top, the real game changer, is passive income. This is what everyone dreams of. The money that comes into your account even when you're not working. It may seem like a distant dream, but it's more accessible than it appears. Passive income can come from investments, royalties, copyrights, rental properties, or businesses that operate without your direct involvement. The beauty of passive income is that it allows you to earn money while you sleep, while you travel, while you spend more time with family. The point is, without diversified income streams, you are always at the mercy of circumstances. That's why having a strategy to generate extra and passive income is essential. But remember, all of this only works if you have a clear purpose and an unwavering belief in your potential. Because without purpose, even financial opportunities can get lost along the way. With every new source of income you add to your life, you are building a stronger foundation for your financial freedom. And the more diversified this foundation, the more freedom you will have to choose how you want to live. We've already seen how important it is to diversify your sources of income and, of course, to keep your purpose as a guide. But here's an important warning. Earning more money isn't enough if you don't know how to manage it. This is where two fundamental elements come in: your values and your strategies. You may have the best intentions in the world, be full of energy to work, and even start seeing money come in. But if you don't have a solid strategy and well-defined values, that money can slip through your fingers faster than it came in. Let's put it simply. If you live only to make money and nothing else, it tends to disappear. This isn't just a popular saying, it's even found in the scriptures. Work only for money, and it will fly away like an eagle. What does this mean in practice? It means that if your sole objective is to accumulate money without a greater purpose or a plan, it will end up escaping you. That's why it's crucial to understand why you want more money and how you plan to use it. What strategy are you adopting? What's your long-term plan? Without a clear strategy, you'll always be chasing money instead of making it work for you. And don't be mistaken, money needs direction just like purpose. It's like sailing a boat. If you don't know where you're going, any wind can blow you off course, and that's not freedom. So, how do you keep money from flying away? The first thing is to define your values. What's most important to you? Freedom to spend more time with your family? Comfort to live without worries? Investing in experiences that bring you happiness? When you have clarity about your values, money becomes a tool to achieve those goals, not an end in itself. After values comes strategy. You need a clear action plan, something that helps you understand how to generate, maintain, and multiply your money. This might include learning more about investments, managing your expenses wisely, and most importantly, thinking long-term. If you're always just thinking about next month, always putting out fires, it's hard to build something solid. Financial freedom isn't about making a lot of money quickly. It's about building a solid foundation that allows you to live securely and peacefully. Now that you understand the importance of having solid values and effective strategies, remember, without purpose and a plan, money is just a mirage. But when you align your values with well-thought-out strategies, the path to financial freedom becomes much clearer. Now that we've talked about the importance of solid values and well-defined strategies, let's dive into an even deeper point: dreams. Because at the end of the day, it's dreams that truly drive people. They are the engine behind any great achievement, especially when we talk about financial freedom. If you don't have a clear dream, something you're willing to fight for, the chances of you achieving that freedom become much slimmer. Think for a moment, what is it that makes you get out of bed every day? What gives you the energy to keep going even when things are tough? It's not just the desire to pay bills, right? Something bigger. Maybe you dream of providing a better life for your family, traveling the world without worries, or even building a legacy for future generations. These dreams are what push you to keep moving forward, even when the road seems challenging. And here's something interesting. It doesn't matter where you come from, who you are today, or what situation you're in. What truly matters is where you want to go. Your past doesn't define your future, and your current circumstances don't limit your dreams. What will carry you forward is this clear vision of where you want to be in the coming years. The dream, that deep desire to achieve something greater, is the fuel that will drive you towards financial freedom. Now stop and think. What is your dream? We're not talking about fleeting wishes, but that big goal that makes your heart beat faster. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? How do you want your life to be? How much do you want to earn? How much do you want to have invested? Who do you want to be living that dream with? Questions like these are essential because they help you map out the path. When you have a clear vision of your future, making financial decisions today becomes much easier. For example, if your dream is to travel the world, maybe you start investing in passive income now to ensure that in the future you can live off that income without having to work. Or if your dream is to own your own home or secure your children's education, you can start outlining an investment or savings strategy that will get you there. The point is, dreams are the compass that guides your daily actions. Without them, it's easy to get lost along the way. And one more thing, remember, dreaming big or small takes the same effort. So why not dream big? What do you have to lose? If you believe in your dream and are willing to work for it, it can become your reality. Now, I want to hear from you. What is your biggest dream? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Leave it here in the comments because sharing your dream is the first step to turning it into reality. Don't be afraid to dream big. Write it down and let's build this journey together. Now that you've reflected on your dreams and know how important they are in guiding your actions, it's time to understand how these dreams connect to financial freedom. After all, what is financial freedom if not the ability to live the life you've always dreamed of, without being tied to a draining routine or constant worry about money? Financial freedom is not about never working again, but rather about having control over how and when you work. It's about having the security that money won't be a barrier to your dreams. You know you're on the right path when your financial decisions are driven by your values and long-term goals, not by the pressure of paying bills or dealing with debt. But to get there, you need planning and action. Let's start by creating a scenario. Think about where you see yourself in the next 10 years. Not just in financial terms, but in lifestyle as well. Where do you want to live? How much do you want to earn per month? How much do you want to have invested by then? Maybe your dream is to live in a peaceful place, away from the stress of the big city with your family, and the freedom to work on projects you truly love. Or maybe you want to travel the world, experience new cultures without worrying about your bank balance. This kind of life is only possible when you achieve financial freedom. And to do that, you need to start planning now. Every action you take today should bring you closer to that future you desire. Investing, saving, diversifying your income sources, all of these are part of the journey. But the key is to have a clear plan and follow it with discipline. Financial freedom also gives you the power to say no. No to that job that doesn't make sense for you. No to obligations that don't add value to your life. And at the same time, it gives you the power to say yes to the things that truly matter. Spending more time with your family, investing in your personal growth, and living enriching experiences. This is the kind of choice that only those with financial freedom can make. So, to achieve this freedom, you need to start building your financial reality today. What you do now will determine where you will be in 5, 10, or 20 years. And remember, financial freedom is not a final destination. It's a continuous journey. The more you commit to this journey, the sooner you'll be able to enjoy the fruits of your efforts. So now I invite you to reflect. Where do you want to be financially in the coming years? What can you start doing today to build that future? Share your vision of financial freedom in the comments. The clearer you are about where you want to go, the easier it will be to map out the path to get there. And now that you've made it this far, I'm sure something inside you has already started to change. You've realized that financial freedom is within your reach. If you have a purpose, if you act with strategy, and most importantly, if you never set your dreams aside. But remember one thing, this journey doesn't end here. Every step you take brings you closer to achieving that freedom. So if you haven't started yet, now is the time. Don't wait for the perfect moment because it will never come. The freedom you desire begins with the small actions you take today. And you know what's even more amazing? This journey can be shared. Let's keep this conversation going. Stay tuned because there's much more to come. New content, powerful insights, and many more strategies to help you build the life of your dreams. I'll be here side by side with you on this path to financial freedom. Now, tell me in the comments, what's the next step you'll take starting today? What decision will you make to transform your future? I want to know. And don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any part of this journey. Let's turn our dreams into reality together.